In a world where ambition and desire met, an epic love story that would last forever and be etched into history was born. Julius Caesar and Cleopatra's union produced a legendary story that enthralls audiences even today, with their passionate romance driven by ambition and desire. In the year 48 BC, the formidable Roman general Julius Caesar arrives in Egypt as part of his relentless campaign against his rival Pompey. The great Pompey sought sanctuary in Egypt after the Battle of Pharsalus in an attempt to curry Caesar's favor. Rose against all odds leaves an indelible mark on the ancient world and shapes the course of history today. We explore their story picture. Egypt's Pharaoh Ptolemy XIII commanded Pompey to be executed and gave Caesar his severed head as a gift. Not at all pleased, this act of treachery appalled Caesar, who was struggling to understand Egypt's complicated political system and on the brink of a fateful encounter with a woman who would forever change the path of his life. The mysterious and seductive Cleopatra, the final pharaoh of ancient Egypt, boldly entered Julius Caesar's palace in Alexandria while hidden behind an elaborate carpet. When Caesar unrolled the carpet and saw the queen, he was immediately taken aback by her remarkable beauty and sharp mind. Far from being your typical queen, Cleopatra was a skilled tactician, a polyglot who could speak at least a dozen languages, and a fiercely independent leader known for her wit, charm, and cunning. She declined to bow to any man's will. But despite his many conquests, Julius Caesar was no ordinary man. He was a skilled conqueror, a compelling and strong leader who had won many battles and amassed enormous money and power throughout the Roman Empire. Despite their significant age difference, Caesar was completely enthralled with the young, mysterious queen and was unable to resist her magnetic charm. As they spent more time together, their mutual attraction grew stronger. They were both fascinated by each other's distinct cultural backgrounds and perspectives and had an insatiable thirst for power and politics. It was only a matter of time until they gave in to the irresistible forces of love. Cleopatra was only 22 years old, and Caesar was 52. After Cleopatra was overthrown by her own brother Ptolemy XIII, Caesar helped her retake her throne. Together, they fought a civil war that ended in the Battle of the Nile in 47 BC, which allowed Cleopatra to be reinstated as ruler. During their time together, they became parents to a son they named Caesarion. Their passionate relationship was the talk of antiquity and was nothing short of scandalous. Caesar, who was already married to Calpurnia, aroused the wrath of the Roman elite by bringing Cleopatra to Rome with him, unfazed by the backlash. Unfortunately, their legendary love tale came to an end when Caesar persisted in supporting Cleopatra and even went so far as to name Caesarion his heir, sparking more controversy and escalating tensions within Rome. A devastating outcome. Caesar was ruthlessly slain in 44 BC by his own senators in a renowned act of treason, leaving Cleopatra helpless and distraught. In an attempt to protect her standing and her son's future, she formed an alliance with Mark Antony, another powerful Roman general and a devoted follower of Caesar. However, their alliance proved to be short-lived, as in 31 BC they suffered a crushing defeat at the hands of Caesar's adopted son and successor, Octavian, in the crucial Battle of Actium. Faced with the possibility of defeat and capture, both Cleopatra and Mark Antony made the decision to end their lives. Cleopatra, in a final act of defiance, is thought to have killed herself by inducing an asp's bite, while Mark Antony fell on his own sword. Caesarion was captured and executed on Octavian's orders, most likely on August 30th, BC, when he was only 17 years old at the time. Even though their romance was turbulent and eventually fatal, Julius Caesar and Cleopatra are still remembered as one of the most fascinating and memorable pairs in history.